Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And today we're talking about who gets the most welfare in America. Now, this particular honor, if you can call it that, has always gone to Black people. We get the most welfare. We get the most food stamps. We live in the projects the most. Anything to do with welfare or getting something for nothing, they say, they always blame that on us. Now, we know that white people get the most welfare, the most food stamps, and they have the most housing vouchers. But they hide theirs behind us and they push us out front. But now we have a different category. And there are people who are behind the white people, but in front of us. And those people need to be exposed. And they're exposing themselves. They're exposing themselves, and the lies have to stop being told on Black people. They have lied on us enough, and now it's time for the truth to come out.
Here's the top 5 ethnicities receiving SNAP benefits food stamps. Afghan, number 1. Somalia, number 2. Iraqi, number 3. Dominican, number 4. Caribbean, number 5. I'm just putting the information out that's available, and notice it wasn't white, Latino, Black. This is in America. That's the top 5. Yeah, when you start to dig in, it's a little bit mind-blowing how much of benefits for Americans don't go to them. Because I can't believe that in those top 5, they're all American. Come on now. What are we doing in this country?
I have tried to research what this man has said. What the co-pilot says is that they don't break these ethnic groups down. It says white Americans receive 37 to 40% welfare and SNAP benefits. Black Americans receive 27%. And that means that doesn't break them down like this man has done. It doesn't say Somalis and Ethiopians and Nigerians and Caribbeans and all of those African groups. It just says Black people. And that's why these people who are talking about delineating keep saying we have to delineate from these people because their numbers get thrown in with ours, and it makes it look like we are getting all the welfare when they are getting a lot of the welfare too. So our numbers would be greatly reduced if they would just disseminate the data so that we know which group is receiving more welfare and SNAP benefits than others. But as long as we are under that flat blackness, it looks like we are receiving all of these benefits.
There are 42 million people receiving SNAP benefits, and of those 42 million, only 12.6 million of them are Americans receiving the SNAP benefits. Look at the breakdown of people. Surprise, surprise, wow. Afghans are at 45.6% when it comes to households receiving SNAP benefits. Of course, that makes me think immediately of that Afghan who just shot 2 National Guardsmen in Washington, D.C. Guess what? He was married with 5 children and very likely receiving all kinds of welfare. He was living in subsidized housing. Wouldn't be surprised if it comes out that his entire family was being fed off of SNAP benefits. So we're paying to house people that kill us, we're paying to feed people that kill us, and we're paying for these people to survive in a country that they despise.
Well, I want to add a little bit of context. These countries, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Somalia, are countries where America has been doing America's business in their countries, and you can make of that what you will. So the people are here being taken care of by Americans who don't know anything about what America has been doing in these people's country. Now we know that America was at war with Afghanistan, so we have Afghans at the very top of the food chain. Then we know about the war that America had with Iraq, and Iraqis are number 2 at the top of the food chain, and I guess these people are called white. I'm not sure about that, but they factor in with the white people's numbers too. So these people who are coming out and breaking the data down by ethnic groups are people who are anti-immigrants. I think that's pretty clear. These people are anti-immigrants. I'm not anti-immigrant, but I am anti-illegal immigrant, and I am against people coming here getting benefits that Americans ought to be getting, and then the Americans are taking the weight while they are getting the benefits. For instance, black people taking the weight for getting all of this welfare and SNAP benefits when really they are going to black immigrants. And then the black immigrants are talking about we're lazy and we don't want to work and we don't work hard, and they're getting all of these free benefits. So that's what makes me mad. And I don't feel bad about it, because if you are coming into somebody else's country and you're getting something free, something better than what you had in your homeland, then you ought to be thankful for it. You ought not to be trying to throw off on some other group of people that you don't know anything about. Those people don't know anything about us. And whatever they've heard about us has been stereotypes. Now, I want to say something before I end this video. We know that the Iranians blockaded the Strait of Hormuz. Well, Donald Trump was going to blockade the blockade. Well, that didn't work, because when he tried to blockade, the Chinese brought their vessel through and basically dared America to fire on them. So much for America's influence. I will be glad when this man leaves office. I really will be glad, because he's going to destroy the reputation of the United States. But back to the welfare benefits. Let me know what you think about that. Who's getting the most welfare and who's being blamed for getting the most welfare? Let me know what you think about this video, and have a good day.